Hi guys, and welcome to another NBT preparation video. Today we are going to be continuing with our NBT maths preparation. If you are looking for NBT AQL preparation, that's the academic quantitative literacy, you are in the right place, but just not on the right video. So check out the description and the comments. I'll pin something there so that you have an access to a link to our academic quantitative literacy NBT videos. Okay, let's get to it. All right, so we are on question 27. For those of you who are new here, you may notice that we are starting on 27. Please subscribe for our other videos. And if you are not new here, then welcome back. I just want to mention that in these questions, I am going to be focusing on people who are doing maths literacy or are struggling with core maths. If you are here for fast answers and you know what's going in core maths and you're just looking for the questions, head on over to our main channel, that's SmartPrep, and you will have the same questions. I've got a playlist in there, and you will get the same questions, but not in as much detail. So this is for people who are trying to figure out what is going on here. Okay, so just briefly, a log graph is the looks like the opposite of an exponential graph because it's the inverse of an exponential graph. So an exponential graph looks like what I've drawn in yellow, and a log graph looks like this. Okay, now what we notice is that there's an asymptote here. So the graph can never touch this value. Now what that basically means is that you can never get to negative. So this part here can never be negative. So this has to be positive. Okay. So in other words, 4x minus 6 has got to be greater than 0. Okay. Some may ask, what is the 1? Okay, what is the 1? Well, the 1 just shifts it upwards. But if I shift it upwards, you still have this asymptote. Okay. So basically what I'm saying is this value can never go to the negative. It can never go to negative. And so this f of x, we can't get to negative. Cannot get there. So it has to be positive. Okay. So notice this is our x values here, right? They're all positive. You see that? They're all positive. Okay. And it never gets to negative. Okay, so now we can say 4x minus 6, we'll take the minus 6 to the other side. And we get 6. And so x, we divide both sides by 4. So x must be greater than 6 over 4, which is greater than 3 over 2. And 3 over 2 is 1.5. Okay, so x can go all the way. It can go all the way to infinity, but it never touches 0. So notice C and D are both available options with 1.5 and infinity, but the important part is you have this asymptote. So x can never get to 0. It can never get to 0. Okay, it'll always just keep going to infinity, but never touch. Okay, so this one includes 0. So if it was, plus or minus 0, then you could have a square bracket. But the round bracket, we remember, does not include 1.5. Okay, so the answer is C. Okay, I understand that if you are looking and you are doing maths lit, that still may not make sense. There are questions that are just not going to make sense. But the good news is that all of these questions are usually repeated. So if you do all of our questions, so if you go to the SmartPrep website and get all of the past papers, and I'll put a link to our SmartPrep website where you can get everything, including past papers that you can print, all the recordings, the AQL past papers, etc. And if you do them all, and sometimes if you just look at the answers and memorize those questions will come up again, most likely, some of them, because we do have, if you look at on the main channel, people have come back and written, and some of them have said literally everything. They did all of the questions, and they found that if they did them all, the test was exactly is. So the questions, they didn't even change them. They just, because what they have is they have a library of questions in the NBTs. And so, if you do enough of them, they will start repeating. Okay, so here we have a y equals a sine x. Well, they've said that f of x equals y as sine x, right? So what we're saying is f of x is equal to sine x. Okay, well, we know so that's the same as saying y equals sine x, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to write the sine x. I'm going to keep it as sine x here. Okay, so we know that f of x is sine x. Okay, and what I'm going to do is adjust it according to this graph. When you have a 2, yeah, so if this is 2, what that means is there's a 2 in front of the sine x. If you're not familiar with that, go and look at the previous video. I think it was, so a question in the 20s. Look at those videos. I do explain this in more detail, but I don't want to now repeat myself, because people are watching from question 1 all the way through. They may they already know this, so I think they probably are looking to. They kind of get this already. If you don't get it, go back to the old videos. So this is a reminder, if you increase from 1 to 2, this gets doubled. Now, the 30, it has been moved. The sine graph has been moved forward. Let's do a different color. By 30. Okay, forward by 30. Now, if it goes forward, we know it's counterintuitive, meaning it's x minus 30. Okay, so it's then x minus 30. Okay. Now, if we look at our answers, they haven't got sine anymore, they've got f of x, but f of x is yellow. Okay, so I'm going to look, and there's a 2 here, right? So if we look at the 2 is on the outside. So that rules it down to to A or D. Okay, let me just write here. So this has been cut off, but this is A and this is B. So we see that we've got the 2, and then we have a minus 30 in green over there, and the other one says plus 30, right? And so the yellow part, remember, sine of x is yellow, which is also f of x. So basically f of x here. If you were to change it, you'd put the 2 in front, right? And then it would be minus 30. So like that. So there's the part in yellow. Oops, let me just change that. Oh, what happened? Okay, that's fine. Oh, yeah, this has gone a bit bluey on me. Yeah, that's fine. And there's the yellow part. Okay, so okay. Okay, so our answer here is B. Okay. Oh, this seems... Okay, something's going on with my computer, which is it's not working too well. I'm going to try and do this question here, and then I think leave it there and then carry on. So okay, if you have a tan graph, yeah, because you can't see it, guys, but the reason that, yeah, it's it's okay. All right, I'm just gonna do this last one. A tan graph looks like this with asymptotes. This is really tricky. I don't know if you guys can see, but it's not writing in the place that I'm writing, so I'm struggling here. But anyway, it's minus 90 and positive 90. Okay, is where the asymptotes. Okay, this is a tan graph. If you know that from the previous question, remember where we saw that when you have an asymptote, that means something can't touch, right? So asymptote. So we have to know that the asymptotes are at x equals 90, right? So that is this part here. Okay. So 2x minus 15. Wow, this is 90 is where you're going to get the asymptote. All right, and so you get 2x minus 30 equals 90. In the other video on the main channel, I divided both sides by 2 first, but you still get the same answer. And so you get 2x equals 120, and when you divide both sides by 2, you get x is equal to 60. Okay, and that's the answer. What I'm going to do, I'm going to scroll up to the next one, and then I'm going to see how many of you guys can do question 30. I want you please to try and do question 30 on your own. And then if you get the answer, please put it in the comments. I just realized when I put this challenge to the other on the other channel, I said I would upload when I get someone puts the correct answer in the comments. But I just realized now that you could just put A, B, C, and D. So you could just get 4 people and then you could guess. So what I'm going to do is a different challenge for you guys. Please, in order for me to upload the next set of videos from 30 onwards, including the answers to this one, what I would like you to do, please, I think last time I said an extra 20 subscribers. What I'm going to do here is if we aren't already on 900 subscribers, I will upload this videos to the next set of questions when we get to 900. Okay, if we are on 900 by the time I upload the current video, the video you're watching. So if you're looking at the video you're watching and you can see the subscribers as 900 or above, and you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe, because then what I'll do is I will upload the next video when we get to 1,000 subscribers. So if you don't see the next video, please subscribe and I will upload. If you are seeing that it's over 1,000 subscribers, please comment and say, where's the next video? Because it should already be here. I'm trying to think into the future and it's all getting a little bit too confusing. Why don't I just say, guys, please subscribe? It would really be great. It's been a long day. I'll see you in the next one.